All right, we are in an early warning weather alert given the threat for storms tomorrow afternoon that could be strong and even severe. So the Storm Prediction Center outlining a good part of central New England and parts of northern Connecticut in that shade of yellow. That's a level 2 risk for, again, the possibility of some severe storms. So we're quiet now across the state. We're specifically looking at around, say, noon to 6 p.m. tomorrow. So here in the 11 o'clock hour, it's certainly warm across the state, still at 80 in New Haven, a little bit cooler, 68 Willimantic, 74 Hartford, low 70s in the Northwest Hills. Dew point values are coming up a bit. If you spent any time outside today, you know it was comfortably warm as dew points were in the 50s. We're starting to transition back in the upper direction, and that will continue throughout the day tomorrow. So dew points could go as high as 70, reaching nearly oppressive levels, and then they drop a bit over the weekend and then ramp right back up into the final days of August next week. So our iCam view currently from Waterbury, we're dry, 72 in the Brass City. We do have some scattered clouds overhead. Our view from New London also dry, 73 degrees right now. So clouds have been advancing from the southwest, northeast, right across southern New England. As high pressure moves offshore, it's allowing the southwesterly flow to kick in, and that's going to continue to supply us with this warm and muggy air mass, one that becomes more unstable tomorrow with the daytime heating, especially when you throw in a cold front approaching from the northwest. So you can see the cloudiness on Futurecast kind of grazing southern New England, kind of departing as we head toward the morning commute. So I think we'll see at least some sun to start our Friday, and then as the day progresses around noon and then points thereafter, you can see how things really begin to light up here across southern New England. Again, the latest rounds of Futurecast, the most recent runs showing some of the most intense storminess staying perhaps just to our north. So we're going to have to watch this because a jog south of just several miles could make a big difference for us here across the Nutmeg State. So as we head toward the evening commute tomorrow, still some scattered showers pushing farther east across the state. And as we reach sunset in the 7 o'clock hour, remaining storminess should tend to weaken, and then the front moves through later tomorrow evening, and behind that a pretty decent weekend on tap for us. So of the storms that develop tomorrow afternoon, it could produce some gusty, perhaps damaging winds, talking about gusts around 60 miles an hour. That would classify them as severe. With any thunderstorm, regardless severe or otherwise, lightning is a concern. So if you're outdoors, hear thunder, head inside, let the storms pass you by. Again, some of the more intense storms could also produce some hail, and within the region, there's the possibility for some rotation that could lead to an isolated tornado or two. So otherwise, temps tomorrow reach the mid, perhaps upper 80s, depending upon how much sunshine we see. If we end up cloudier, we'll likely peak in the mid 80s, but that humidity is going to make it feel even hotter. And then for Saturday, I think Futurecast may be a little aggressive on the clearing. The front slowly exits, and then the cloud cover slowly erodes, giving way to a partly to mostly sunny sky by Saturday afternoon. So both Saturday and Sunday, overnight lows in the 60s, afternoon highs between 80 and 85. Sunday looking for a mix of sun and clouds outside of maybe a brief isolated shower. The 2-day period looking dry. And then as we head into Monday of next week, trending oppressively humid as well as hotter, with temperatures inland back to near 90. Same for Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, enough instability with the daytime heating. Can't rule out an isolated afternoon thunderstorm. I think a better chance for rain and storms comes later Wednesday with a cold front behind that. Less humid and a little bit cooler with highs back in the 80s next Thursday.
All right, looking nice for the